Hello, Rachel.
Hi.
Welcome to the Gentleman Network.
Thank you for having me.
Happy for you to be here. So, I'm going to start with the first question, and it's the most notorious question.
hmm
What do women want?
well, that's sort of a universal question. It doesn't necessarily have a universal answer. I think it depends on the woman and what stage she's at, right? Is she a young woman just starting to date? Maybe she wants to have fun. Maybe she doesn't want anything serious. And she's just looking for maybe a guy to have fun with and look after her needs, okay? Maybe she's getting a little bit older. Maybe she wants to get married. Then she's looking for a partner who is supportive and who will maybe be a good provider or has characteristics that down the road will make a good father if she wants to have kids, right? Um, as she gets older, you know, women in my sort of age bracket, we're looking at our husbands more as a partnership,
Mm-hmm.
companionship, because we don't need that. We don't have that biological need anymore of, oh, we need a man to have kids because we're past that stage. So what we need is a man. I don't even want to say we need a man because we don't, right? This is why at this stage of life we have something called gray divorce, which is booming because as women reach midlife, we're sort of reviewing our lives and saying, okay, like, what if we only have 20, 25 years left? Is this what we want it to look like? So at that point, we're looking for somebody to be our friend, to come on adventures with us, to support us. We're not, we don't need somebody for biological reasons anymore. And then as we get older, that's how it is. And some women, as they age, don't want anything from men, or want them around. So it depends.
Do you think there is maybe 4 or 5 main points that a woman would want for a man to have?
For a man to have,
Yes,
I think at the end of the day, men and women want the same things, but we speak different languages.
that's very true.
I think a woman wants to be seen. She doesn't want to be looked at. And what I mean by that is we want our partner to see us in a way that he can translate our needs at that time, which I know, and that's the running joke, right? Like women want men to be mind readers, okay? But the problem is women sort of connect through communication.
Mm-hmm.
We connect through connection. That's what we want. Um, Men, I think, are more solutions based.
Yes, that's very true.
So if a woman has a problem, like if I say to my husband, oh my God, I had this horrible day, maybe my boss was doing this or the kids were doing that, and he jumps in right away with the solution.
Yes,
Well, you should do this, or what if you did this? That's not what a woman wants. Sometimes a woman just wants to be heard, okay, to be seen.
yes, to be supported.
And a lot of times we have these problems in relationships, not because of a lack of love, but because of lack of translation.
Yes,
I
lack of
think
communication,
a lack of communication, but we're
miscommunication.
speaking different languages. That's why. So,
Yes,
like, I think a man, because he's so solutions based and he will do things like, oh, I fixed the car, I did this, I, you know,
yes,
was a handyman. I'm making sure everything's functioning. I've gone to work. I've made the money. They see that as acts of love. And so for a man, I think, they come home, they're like, oh, I've made the money, I've fixed the car, I did whatever. They want appreciation, right? You want to be appreciated.
true.
And I think, as a woman wants to be seen, so does a man, but we go about it different ways.
I like how you mentioned the solution based part because I heard about an experiment being made where toddlers were placed apart from their mother, kind of like um, from me to the wall. So a child was supposed to crawl to the mother, and when it was boys, they tried crawling to their mothers, and intentionally some kind of blocks were put in front of them, and the boys would just push them away, push them away to kick them away until they got to their mother. But when girls were placed in the same position, the moment they hit the obstacle, they started crying. They didn't go any further. And that's the part about support and solutions. Boys are, since birth, are very solution based.
Mhm.
It seems like a biological part about a man and a woman. while girls, they want support. And also, Dr. Lean Brizendine wrote that in couples, it's the biggest miscommunication they ever could have: solution versus support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be very helpful for everybody to know this and to, let's say, upgrade their relationship.
hmm And I think it all comes down to communication, right? So if I'm having a horrible day and I'm explaining my day to my husband and he jumps in with a solution, but that's not what I want, then it's kind of on me to say, hey, I don't need you to solve this for me. I just need you to listen. And sometimes, that could be a precursor to that conversation to be like, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to give me a solution. I don't want your advice. I just want you to listen.
Those exact words that you mentioned right now, Dr. Lillian Brizendine, who wrote the book Female Brain, she has them on her refrigerator for her husband to read every time.
Yeah, because it's true. And we also want we want a partner. We don't want somebody else to manage. So in that same scenario, let's say, oh my gosh, I have 100 things to do that day because I'm working. Maybe I've got to take the kids to practice. The dog's got to go to the groomer. And now here I am left. I also have to figure out what I'm going to make for dinner. And it's going to be chicken. It's been chicken for the last 3 nights. So now I got to figure out a new way to make chicken. Okay. So I'm overwhelmed.
Understandable.
If my partner sees that and he says, okay, what do you need me to do? Do you think that's a good response?
A husband asking questions, I don't know. Women don't like questions.
It's not a good response because then it puts the onus back on the woman to be like, okay, now I got to tell this guy what to do. No, jump in. We both live in the same household. We both know what needs to be done. So what a woman wants is like, okay, again, we want to be seen, right? Not looked at.
I think what you're trying to say is to be understood as well.
Oh, yeah.
When you're communicating. Because I noticed this a lot of men have. I jumped back and forth trying to understand what's this problem in relationship, what's causing it the most. And miscommunication is the number one effect about men refusing to read body language. I myself used to be one of those people who didn't believe in body language until I accidentally slipped into a documentary where it explained that the body language is 93% of communication. And I was like, okay, now I feel stupid. And I understood that I was the blind one back then.
Mm-hmm.
Body language is vital to understand. So when a person stands with their arm crossed, the most notorious female look, she's automatically visually telling you that she's angry at something. And the question just worsens it. And I understand that now from the female perspective, why it's felt like that. But going further is the second question,
Mm-hmm.
which is, what do women think that men want? What do men want? What do you think?
I think men want to be appreciated. I think men kind of get, I don't want to say a bad rap, but I think where women are more prone to compliment other women. Oh, you look so nice today. You look so pretty today. Oh, that's so great that you got that promotion. That's so great what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I want to hear. We don't necessarily do that for our men. So we're not telling our men on a daily basis or a weekly basis or even whatever it is, oh, you look really handsome today. Or, you know what? I love the fact that you go grocery shopping every Saturday or whatever it is, right? We don't necessarily do that for our men. And that's why you hear a lot of the times that, men feel underappreciated because they think it goes unnoticed. And it's not that it goes unnoticed, but I think we just get caught up in our own stuff where we're all living these crazy busy lives that maybe we don't acknowledge it. I think men need appreciation. I think we should compliment men. I think that would make men
It's
very
very
happy.
The compliment part, I can tell you,
Yeah.
before Alessia, I remember every single girl that complimented me ever.
You remember it, right?
Yes, there's
Sticks
like
with you.
7 of them.
Yeah.
7 compliments in entire lifetime. I'm not joking.
I know. I believe it because we just don't, right? And it's probably something where, when you think about, keeping a healthy relationship, we should compliment each other. Why don't we compliment each other? Why?
Yeah, but in a dating perspective, do you have any personal ideas? What do you think men want to see in a woman to be attracted to her?
Well, I think it depends on the man and what he's looking for, right? I think, some men love a woman with drive. Okay, so they want to see women who maybe are owning their own business or doing their own things, making their own money, driving their, buying their own cars, whatever, right? Have their own homes. Some men want that. Some men don't. Some men want the nurturer. So some men want to come home and walk in and the house just smells delicious and she's there and she's, ready to serve him his dinner after he's come in from working for 8 or 9 hours, right? Say, oh, honey, you're home. So glad you're home. Here's a cold beer and here's your dinner and whatever, right? Like some men want that too. Um, so again, it's not universal. I think it depends on the man, but I think at the end of the day, a man wants from a woman support, appreciation, and yeah, honestly, I think men are pretty easy to keep happy. To be honest,
Well, that's hard to say, especially today. But from what I know, is men are very visual,
Mhm.
and unlike women, men generally don't look for someone who has money or anything else. Men generally look for a helper. So support would be a very good part of this. But men don't look for protection. They look for, again, a helper. That's somebody who can bring them a sandwich to men is like flowers to a woman. I'm not joking. This
yeah,
is actually not anything that's to be offensive. I just couldn't think of any other snack. I wanted to say a snack, but for some reason I said sandwich. I'm having trouble communicating right now. I realize how slang generated the sandwich word. I meant snack or something like a compliment that you mentioned, and it's that tiny detail is very influential to a man's attraction. And I myself used to wonder, why do men are visually are so attracted to a woman's things such as hips, the chest, and then I read the answer in a book written by a woman, again female brain. No, wait, that was a male brain that she wrote as well. And apparently, they all have scientific answers. Men judge a woman from distance, since men generally have to make the first move. And the chest is the reason. All the chest is the reason that a woman can feed a child. Hips are the reason that she can give birth to a child. Young age is fertility, and generally small belly is that she's not pregnant from the other men. Those are all 4 pointers that are put in the book. And when I read that, a scientific answer to my question that I had all these years, like, damn,
well, I mean, a woman's curves are beautiful. I
yeah.
mean, a woman can appreciate another woman's curves as well. Like,
No, I'm just talking about biological attractions
hmm
that are scientific. These are not my words. I'm quoting a, um, a writer about the book.
right? But you agree with him,
I think so.
yeah?
Just from what I know, a woman seeks in a man protection, somebody who can protect her and her child, and support. That's also kind of forms into a protection of her feelings,
hmm
and someone um, is who loves her being herself in a
hmm
way. Had a hard time finishing that sentence.
A woman wants to feel safe.
Yes, safety is the number one. It's like I just split it, saying it in three different ways.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, we want peace. Like we want to feel peaceful in our home, and we want to feel safe.
Something I forgot that she wrote in her book is that the women are the most aroused when they see their boyfriend playing sports. And I
Mm.
told a lot of women that, and none of them denied it. Are
Really?
you the first to
I
do
don't
that?
care.
Imagine seeing a guy sweating while playing sports and just like pushing away other men. Would that somehow look attractive to you?
No, I don't care. Like,
No? No?
like my
Okay.
husband's very sporty. Like he goes and runs and bikes and stuff like that, and comes home sweaty. And I'm not. That's great. I'm glad. I love the fact that he does that for himself to stay healthy, and he looks great. But for me, I'm not. Oh, can I go watch you for a run, or can I? No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely. He goes and runs marathons. I don't go and watch him.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe if you're younger and you're like in high school and your boyfriend's on the football team or something, then sure.
That's fair because I
Yeah.
generally ask women who are in their 20s that question. It's like long time ago since I read the whole book. And the third question I'm going to have about mixed signals, that is miscommunication, mixed signals, and the first move. Do you think the men should make the first move when it comes to dating?
Okay, give me a scenario.
Just something like an event at a. They both went to speed dating, for example, and both are standing. They see each other. Who should start the conversation, make the first move, or something like that?
Hmm.
This-
Well, if you're going to like a speed dating event where you're like sitting across from one another at this table and you
No, no,
whatever.
not one. Just in the same room.
Oh,
There's
just in the same
no
room.
no
Like
table.
okay, so like a networking event, and you just see somebody you think is good
Yeah,
looking, and they see you.
yeah.
Me personally, I would not make the first move. Um, but that's not to say that a woman shouldn't. I think it boils down to bravery at that point, right? And I think for a man to approach a woman, it takes an air of confidence, and I would want to see that. Like if I saw a guy at an event and I thought, oh, that's a good looking guy, and if I'm single and I'm like standing there and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, I would hope that he would come over, because if he's gonna make me come over,
Mm-hmm.
then no thank you, because you want that guy. Like your social media is all about men leading, right? Being the
Yes.
leader. So if he is coming over to me, then he's taking that initiative, then I'd be like, okay, that guy has confidence. Not necessarily looking for leadership, but at least he has confidence. If he's going to sit and wait for you to do it, no thank you.
I support everything you just said, because a lot of men don't see that body language part that I mentioned earlier. Technically, women do make the first move with body language. If she likes him, she'll stand near him. She'll make certain gestures that are very readable to the past generations, but the majority of millennial men do not see this. Millennial, Zoomers, even some of Gen X don't see it. A lot of women just sometimes intentionally dropping something next to a man. That actually does happen. Or standing right near him repeatedly. And it's the man's job to come up to a woman and say, for example, if she's holding a book, hey, I read that book before. I really like it. Have you? How about you? You're enjoying it so far? And that's the easier way to start a conversation. Maybe she's wearing a necklace. Maybe she's wearing an attractive dress, and it's obvious that if she's wearing a dress, she's not here to just buy groceries.
Yeah.
It could be any place, and it's the man's job to do that. It's the part that I share that it takes a masculine man to do that.
Hmm.
And the whole part of men, especially men blaming women for this nonsense, it's like so ridiculous. Uh, are there any other mixed communications that women have trouble with, that they tell men something through um, mixed signals that is so obvious, but most guys they just don't see it for some reason? Would you say there's anything?
Do you mean if you like a guy and you
Well,
want
not
him?
the first move, but for example, when you ask him for something, when let's say the couple is started dating,
Hmm.
and the girl says, "Oh, I really like that necklace."
Hmm.
Guys don't get that,
Really?
really, really.
So, well, actually, that's true. So let's say if I was in like a beginner relationship and maybe
Yes,
we're creeping up to our first anniversary and he wants to buy you a nice gift, and I saw that necklace, I would send him the link and be like, "That's what do you think of this? This is a really nice, it's a nice necklace. Make it easy, right?" But of course, then that takes away the air of surprise.
exactly. And other parts, for example, let's say the first move is made and the communication has started, the girl says that I really like certain movie. Let's say I really like Michael Jackson movie that came out, and the guy says, "Oh, I like it too." He doesn't catch that she's asking me on a date to that movie. He doesn't catch that. The whole
Oh, like hinting that you want to go out?
yeah, most of the guys don't catch that, and I know that because I used to be one of those guys.
Oh, you don't. Oh, really?
I'm 100% serious. I understand them because I used to be one of them. It took me a lot of books and a lot of reading about um, body languages, mixed signals. I remember a book called Laws of Human Nature. It's a very deep one. It's very thick, but worth watching,
Hmm.
worth reading. and other basic things that most men don't have today. They don't speak in through mixed communication. They just go directly from point A to point B. It's almost like mathematical.
Yeah. I think a lot of the times we should pay attention to actions versus words, right?
Yes.
So when you're thinking about, oh, does this person like me? Does this person want to be with me? Does this person want to date me? If you know this person, let's say you're friends and you're starting out as friends, but somebody's getting feelings and you think it's going to head in that direction, I would say look at what the other person is doing. So if the other person, their love language might be acts of service. So like if I'm friends with some guy that I really want to maybe, you know, proceed into like a better relationship or whatever, maybe I'm going to help him any way I can, right? Maybe I'm going to, maybe he's got a business and I'm going to help him with that, or maybe I'm going to cook for him. For me, love language, like if I love you, I'm cooking for you, I'm feeding you. So I'm going to do that. So for a guy, like if you're friends with a girl and she's feeding you or she's helping you or she's just trying to make your life easier, that's a signal.
Well, can I share what a guy should do to, let's say, compensate
Yeah.
for what she's doing too? Just I'll share something. Just wait until she gets home, and as soon as she gets home, let's say from her friends or from another event or even from work, and just stand there already dressed and say, "Come with me," and she's gonna wonder, "Where you take? Where are we going?" It's like, you'll see, and just go on, bring her to a restaurant. When you're at the restaurant, already have the orders for her. Just basically, even if you're married, take her on a surprising date out of nowhere.
Oh
How
yeah.
do you think would that be for a woman? Would a woman like that?
Oh my gosh, like if you're in a long-term marriage or relationship and
Yeah, and he just to thank you for all the food you made, all the help you gave, take you out on a random date.
yes, amazing. Because you know why? She didn't have to think about it. So if he booked the restaurant, found the restaurant, made the reservations. I don't know about ordering for me because I kind of like to pick my own, but but if he like even went that far, that's amazing because again, that boils back to that shows appreciation, just what you said, right? To show her how much, you admire her or you love her or you're thankful for everything she does. This is what you did, right?
I have to brag a little. I did that once.
Did you? And how did it go over?
It went well. I did it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, he did it for you? Well, you're still together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just shows that it's effort. At the end of the day, we all want effort. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Effort.
Effort to just put that masculinity and let the girl be a girl. To not make her think, just get it for her. Stop asking questions. Figure it out on your own, like a man should. Take accountability, and just make her feel make her feel protected. The part that we were talking about the most, protection. Make her feel safe. Get her favorite perfume. Buy her randomly something that she likes, or take her out to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be. It's like, oh, buy her a new car, or uh, get her, it's like 17 flowers or something like that. Just 3 would be enough. Something tiny, something that she likes. Maybe randomly take her to a movie.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, it could be so little. So I recently had a wisdom tooth pulled, and you can't drink hot coffee within the first, I don't know, like few days after you get a wisdom tooth pulled because something about the heat and whatever. So anybody knows me knows I need my coffee. So my husband walks the dog every morning, and when I came downstairs, and he had already left for work, but sitting there was an iced coffee and to me, I was like, oh, that's so nice. Like it took me back because I was like, oh, wow, like that was so thoughtful because he knows I don't like to actually get up and go anywhere first thing in the morning, but I do need my coffee and I couldn't have a hot one. So for me, that was just the nicest thing. But it like just these little tokens of appreciation and little tiny bits of effort
Details.
just really add up.
Very few men exactly understand that how detailed women are. And something as simple as when she asks, "Do you see that sock over there? Just, dude, pick it up. Don't ask questions. Don't." a lot of women, because of my niche, they think that I'm some kind of anti-women. No, I'm actually much more on your side than on a man's side, because I'm trying to tell the guys, yo, become guys, become more masculine, become men, stop asking questions, take responsibility, and lead the relationship.
Well,
That's if
we
you.
don't want to mother.
I'm not saying for a mother. I'm not
No,
saying.
I'm saying we don't want to mother our partners. So your example of like the sock on the floor, like that, who do you pick up after
Oh,
as a
exactly,
woman? Your kid, right? A lot of
exactly,
times. So we don't want to mother our partners. We want a partner. We don't want another
exactly. That's
responsibility.
exactly um, what I'm saying. I very strongly support what you just said. Uh, yeah, I have the problem not with the socks, but mostly with my t-shirts. Yeah, I feel sorry for my wife sometimes.
Well, pick them up.
But hey, but at least I'm willing to admit it.
Hey, that's the first step.
Yeah, that's the first step. Next step will be to start cleaning up.
Oh yeah. Or
I,
you know what? Just hire a cleaning lady. I think so many problems could be solved by just hiring a cleaning lady
I think
twice a month.
that would actually cause more trouble. It's better to hire a cleaning man because then she start to get jealous.
Well, maybe. But yeah.
And it's a very good conversation. I strongly support that. It's such small details are can be so much help to strengthen the relationship. I think it highly falls into the butterfly effect that just doing tiny little thing can change everything.
Mhm.
Paying attention when your lady is talking to you, pay attention to what she likes. She gives you tons of information. If she simply mentions that she was trying to get herself certain cosmetics and she had trouble, let's say, calling that person, they weren't picking up, simply try to get to the call yourself and get the product itself, even if it's like $15.
Mhm.
It's not going to be a lot of trouble. Just order it from Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
And such things as that could severely not just strengthen but amplify the relationship into super healthy one.
Mhm.
That's, well, my point is to tell the guys, stop stop thinking that physical strength is the only thing you need. Mental strength is far more important, because a lot of masculine and not masculine but physically fit men I see, they can't find himself a girl. I know a millionaire who cannot find himself a girlfriend.
Why?
Those things are not enough. The mental strength is what's vital for a person to easily become a very strong gentleman.
Mhm. Why
So
can't the millionaire find a girlfriend?
I don't want to say too much about that person because he's a good guy. He's a
Yeah.
very good guy, but I just don't want to accidentally uh, spoil the information about who he is and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Um, I'm pretty if he can't find a girl, I don't think he wants everybody to know that about him.
Well, true. But
But why can't a millionaire? We all know billionaires who cannot get themselves a loyal woman, such as let's say our former prime minister. He is physically fit. He is yeah, he was very physically fit at that time. He has the money. He was, well, the most powerful man in Canada, and yet he slipped into a divorce because mentally he couldn't sustain a healthy relationship. That's what I believe. Uh, Not the point.
I mean, who's to say what happened there, right? I
Well,
don't know that I would say he was the most popular guy in Canada either, but
I didn't say popular. I said powerful, having authority.
oh,
That's what I meant.
yeah,
And also, you can go to Bill Gates, a super timid man. It's like, how can you like that?
yeah. Well, that guy got like raked over in a divorce. Yeah, Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, for some reason, he reminds me of a centipede.
Yeah.
You cannot buy love. You cannot um, force love onto you through power. You cannot even seduce love by, I don't know who to say, maybe some kind of masculine model. You have to earn it through charm, through respect, through being masculine, and just helping her. with these tiny little details.
Hmm.
Also, communication, understanding her.
Yeah.
I strongly understand that, and I'm. If I was talking to a boxer, I would say it's just sometimes go out with friends who would beat you up if you made a mistake. In masculine
Keep
world,
you in
it's
check.
yeah. In masculine world,
Yeah.
it's very common. I'm pretty sure you've seen movies or other parts where men enjoy sparring each other.
Hmm. Well, I think too, like, let's say a man and a woman is having problems, okay, or it's miscommunication and they're fighting or whatever. There's issues. A woman will go out with her girlfriends and be like, I don't know what's happening. He's doing this. He's doing that. And they'll talk it out. They'll be like,
Yeah,
maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that, right? So, we are communicating through with our girlfriends to try to figure out what the heck is happening.
yeah.
And I think we really benefit from that. Whereas I don't know that a lot of men do that. I think maybe they'll go out for a beer with their buddy. I don't know that they really get into, the ins and outs of each other's relationships. I know on my podcast, I've talked to men and I've asked them, and I've asked divorce lawyers, and I say, why don't men do that? Like, why don't you guys just be like, oh my God, if you're having trouble with your woman, you need advice. Why don't you just like go out with one another, get a beer and be like, what do I do?
I'll tell you how it should be. Men who are sharing their troubles with their wife, with their buddies, they should have friends that if they hear that their friend found a date, he went on a date with her. She was a very, let's say, just talking to him like a robot, and then they find out that he didn't bring flowers. They take him outside and they beat him up for not giving her flowers on the first date.
Well, he would make that mistake twice, maybe. That's the
Exactly, it
point.
works. It would work.
Exactly.
It's like not bringing flowers on the first date. It's like,
Mhm.
what are you, a boy?
Yeah.
It's like I'll go from both sides this time.
Okay.
If a man brings a flower,
Mhm.
that doesn't bring flowers, he's not a man yet. He's still a boy.
Mhm.
And if the girl doesn't like flowers, yeah, she's a red flag.
Yeah. I don't know any woman who doesn't like a flower.
Well, there are some on Instagram or other platforms, but they're pretty rare. But because they go viral,
Hmm.
it makes the illusion that it's common for ladies to not like flowers.
Yeah. But
And
then you could do is if you're talking to that person, then like bring some fun chocolate or some candy or like,
exactly.
a beautiful bottle of like champagne or whatever she likes. So
And
it doesn't necessarily have to be
majority of
flower.
men don't understand how simple it is for the first date. When it comes to like, you met with a girl, you're on a first date, and most guys they just brag about how cool they are. Instead, just dude, let the girl talk and listen.
Mhm.
Let her talk 80%. You get tons of information of what she likes and what you can get her next. She'll tell you her favorite movie, her favorite, let's say, character from certain childhood, her favorite flowers, her favorite perfume. She'll just spill it all to you.
Mhm.
And if you just pay attention, don't pretend to listen, just listen. And then you maintain if you see that she's getting bored, it's like put that 20% in to keep up the speech, give a few compliments. And after that, you have everything you need for the next date and then the next date for this to be perfect.
Mhm.
It's incredibly simple. I think I can easily say that this is not just simple, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's just some majority of the guys, they don't know that. Well, now I'm telling them.
Yes, exactly. Now they have the guide.
I'm happy to guide them. If you permit me to beat you up if you made a mistake, I'll happily do that too.
Yeah, do it.
See?
How funny. Yeah.
Yeah, but and the beating up part comes from the testosterone. This is also scientific part. Men are full of testosterone. We have 10 times more testosterone than women. Women are of estrogen. This is why men focus on the problem until they solve it, and women focuses on their feeling until she gets a little support for them.
Mhm.
It's like a little lift.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody just wants to be supported.
yeah.
It goes back to what I said at the beginning. You want to be seen and just not looked at. And if somebody understands you and what's happening with you and sees you for really who you are and what you're going through, and they're going to support you.
I really like that. I think I remember that quote for the future. She wants to be she wants to be seen, not looked at.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's poetic. That honestly, I would. Well, I think we are in a good part. We can end our meeting here with your wonderful quote. I want I want you to say that quote to the world.
Women want to be seen, not looked at. Remember.